So I want to talk about the new Mario movie. And I get it, a lot of the internet critics I listen to have really panned the movie. I went in expecting to really, really dislike it. Like, my bar was really low because of how critical the feedback online about this movie was. But to my surprise, I actually really enjoyed it. And I think there are several reasons why, and I'm going to kind of sort of unpack them here. I saw the movie with my nephew, and he just recently turned 8. This was our fun holiday activity together, and just to make it extra awesome, I booked us into the 4D experience. And for those who don't know, it's a pretty recent thing in my area. So after COVID, I think they've been trying to bring in new things to draw people back to the cinema, and this is one of them. If the 4D experience is when the seats move around and you get water sprayed at you, and this was our first time in the 4D experience. It was the school holidays and the cinema was rather packed with parents and kids, and there was this electrifying buzz in the air, an odd sort of happiness and warmth. The kids so enjoyed themselves. Now, sure, this could have been the fact that we were all being tossed around, and even for an adult like me, I had to really focus on staying in my seat. But the movie itself was hilarious fun. There was laughter from the adults. There was excitement and thrill from the kids. When Fox McCloud needed to do a barrel roll, you heard all of us millennials shout, "Do a barrel roll!" at the screen, and it was so funny. Afterwards, when my nephew and I had a chat about what we liked and appreciated about the movie, we concluded that we thought it captured the feeling of playing a Mario game. His favourite character was Bowser Jr., and mine was Peach, because she's a princess and I'll always be a princess at heart. However, we did agree that the 4D experience was very much not our cup of tea. As much as we enjoyed it, it had made focusing on the movie itself a little difficult, as there was a constant fear of slipping out of our seat. But that hadn't subtracted from our enjoyment of the film, or of the atmosphere that had been created within the cinema itself. And that got me thinking of another film I've recently seen that has been having rave reviews. And that film is Project Hail Mary. So I saw this film on my 37th birthday with my parents and one of my international girls. Obviously, I went in with high expectations, and it wasn't just because it was getting praised on the internet. This was a story written by Andy Weir. It is such a joy to be able to go to the cinema and see good science fiction. And my gosh, again, the feeling in that cinema was just incredible. It was a pretty full cinema, even weeks after release. It was wonderful to be able to laugh with a whole group of people, to ride a wave of emotions, to clap and praise a film. I don't think I've experienced that since I saw Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King on opening night. And that was a long time ago. I was a teenager. That was back in the day of lining up for hours outside a cinema. Seeing The Return of the King in a packed to the brim cinema, the biggest cinema in my city, on opening night with my aunt and uncle lining up for hours, that was a lightning in the bottle moment. Nothing has topped that cinema experience. How incredibly wonderful it was to be part of a whole group of people full of such joy, wonder and happiness. But you know what? Seeing the latest Mario movie, hearing the laughter of the kids around me and joining in with the parents shouting, "Barrel roll! Barrel roll!" that tugged on a spot inside me that hasn't been tugged on in a long time. It was the same joy I had seeing Hail Mary, which, according to the internet, was a far superior movie. Maybe I've just been starved of good cinema going experiences for such a long time that it was nice to feel, something again, I suppose. Was the new Mario movie a fantastic masterpiece of incredible genius writing? Obviously not. As a writer, yes, I could pick it apart. But I don't feel like doing that. That would just ruin the fun. I simply just enjoyed this movie. And I think that's okay, to find some spark of enjoyment in life. Will we ever reach the peak of cinema wonder that was Lord of the Rings ever again? I don't know. But for the first time in a long time, I felt something close to it again. And honestly, I really think that's enough. So, thank you once more for coming and listening to me. I really appreciate it, guys. Like and subscribe if you want. I would appreciate that. And I'll see you next time. Bye.